Hey guys, this is Robert. I wanted to put together a quick video and address some of the issues that several of you had with the SimpleMath program, specifically finding the smaller and larger of those 5 values. Before we did that though, I wanted to call your attention to this Java beginner tutorial series. This is a complete Java tutorial series, basically that takes you from ground zero, not knowing anything about Java, all the way through objects. We have obviously assigned several of these videos to watch as part of the assignments. Others we haven't assigned, but they're all here available for you to take a look at. Now, I failed to include this relational operators video in the assigned videos for this assignment, and so I apologize for that. Because of that oversight on my part, I've extended the due date for this project. So if you haven't turned the project in and would like to, please do so before the end of this weekend, and I won't take a late penalty for that late submission. If you turned it in already and you feel comfortable with it, then not a problem. If you have turned it in and you would like to modify your program based on what we're about to discuss, then feel free to do that also. The program will be assigned, or rather the program due date is this coming weekend, and any submissions, new submissions or resubmissions before this weekend will not be marked as late. Let's go ahead now and take a look at how we'd solve this problem of finding the largest and smallest of 5 integers. First of all, the IDE I'm using is JGrasp. It's much simpler than NetBeans, and I find it much easier to use for demonstration purposes, and it's actually the IDE that I use to grid all your programs. So here we go. I've just created 5 integer values here and just assigned some random numbers to them rather than getting them from the keyboard, just to make the demonstration a little bit easier. So the problem is we have to find the smallest of these 5 integers. Now remember, we went through that whole module on algorithms, how to put together an algorithm, how to analyze a problem to determine exactly what needs to be solved, and then come up with a simple sequence of steps to solve that problem. And that's all programmers do all day long. They just look at problems, come up with the algorithms, and apply the algorithms to solve the problem. So let's see if we can come up with an algorithm here to solve this problem. First of all, when we're all finished here, we want the smallest value, or this largest value, to be in the variable x. We don't know which one of these is the smaller, or the smallest one, so let's just pick one arbitrarily and say, let's just say that n1 is the smallest one and assign that to x. Then what we have to do is to compare the value of x to every other value in the sequence, every other one of these 5 numbers, and if one of them is smaller than x, the current value of x, then we just assign that value to x. So here we go. We'll set x equal to n1 initially. Then we'll say if n2 is less than x, let's make x equal to n2. Now of n1 and n2, x contains or holds the smaller of those 2 values. Then guys, all we have to do is the same thing for n3, n4, and n5. And when we're done, we just output the value of x. If we want to find the larger of those 5 numbers, then all we have to do is just all we have to do is just change this relational operator from smaller than to greater than, just like that. It's really that simple, no more difficult than just picking one of these numbers as the smaller or larger one, then comparing that number to all the others, and when we're done, the largest or smallest value will be stored in the value of x. I hope that helps a little bit in terms of coming up with an algorithm and then applying that algorithm to solve the problem. There's something else that I'd like to recommend to you. There's a video. It's called Why Everyone Should Learn How to Program a Computer. I'd like you to watch that video. Here's the link for it. Just copy this, paste it into your browser, and enjoy. Take care.